Before we get started, I do just have something that I need to say as a disclaimer. So just all actions and movements shown in this presentation follow a skills and progression-based model of learning. The materials found is general in basis and does not take into action individual needs or limitations. So anyone who applies this program on their own is just doing so at their own risk. So enjoy. Just wait one more minute before we get started, guys. Hi, everyone who's just coming on. I'll wait till 12. And it's 12. Okay, so we'll get started. So again, if you're just coming on, you're gonna need somewhere comfortable to sit or lie down. So a yoga mat is great, or something else is all good. And then other thing you'll need is a towel. So I have a beach towel here. You can use a strap or even a broomstick or something of the like. And just so you're not surprised, there's a cat in here with me today. It's my cat Murdoch, so he'll be in and out of the screen. So we're gonna get starting. Our focus today is going to be shoulders and necks. So just trying to de-stress and relax those after all this stuff is going on. So we'll just get started. So we're gonna be standing for the first couple movements. So just stand, feet are about shoulder width apart. You're gonna have a nice tall torso. I want you to put one hand on your stomach just to take a check of your core there, and then the other hand is just by your side. So we're gonna start with some shoulder rotations, okay? So palm's gonna face you to start. You're gonna rise your hand up and over your head, trying to keep the shoulder away from the ears. When you get to a sticky point that you can't really go farther back without turning your hand out, I want you to just go ahead, turn the hand out and away from you, and then bring it back towards you as fast as you can, okay? And then we're gonna go the opposite direction. So hand starts by you, you're gonna go back as far as you can till you find that sticky point, and then hand's gonna rotate out to the side and come around the front. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. So again, we're coming from the front, thumb up to the ceiling, keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. When you get to that sticky point, turn that palm away from you. Nice and slow rotation, and then bring it back by your side. Okay, going the opposite direction, so hands going back behind you. Once you find that sticky point, you're rotating the hand out, keeping the shoulder away from the ear, coming up and forward. We're going to do one more each way on this side, so palms by your side, thumbs rising up to the ceiling, really focusing on keeping that shoulder away from the ear as we come up and around. When you get to that sticky point, turning the palm away, try to still reach as far as you can, and slowly coming around back to the side. Okay, and behind next time. So rotating back first. Once you find your sticky point, rotating that hand out. Slowly, slowly, shoulder away from the ear. Biggest range of motion that you have. And then back in. There's my cat. Okay, shake that one out. We're going to go to the other side. So placing the other hand on your stomach, paying attention to core so we're not arching in that position. Hands by your side, palms facing you. Thumb is going to go up to the ceiling first. Shoulder is back and down away from the ear. Once you get to your sticky point, rotating that hand, still reaching up and back as far as you can, nice and controlled and slow. Staying tall, slowly coming down to bringing that hand by your side. You're going to go backwards next, so still palms facing you. Go back as far as you can. When you find that sticking point, you're going to rotate that palm out. Slowly come around, still reaching, 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 reaching. Good, up overhead. And then slowly by your side. Okay, we're going the opposite direction again, palms facing you. Thumb is going up. Reaching, finding that end range, shoulder away from the ear. Once you find your sticky point, rotating, turning that palm out and still reaching. So we're trying to get the biggest trace of our hand that we can. Keeping nice and tall, so pay attention to that core. Nice and slow back to the side. Reversing that, so going back first. Slowly find that sticking point, rotating that hand up. Tracing that big, big circle with your hand. Up and around. And slowly coming down. So you should feel like you're working a little bit here. Last one, thumbs up. Okay, we're just isolating that shoulder, finding that sticky point, shoulder away from the ear, reaching back and out with that hand, and coming nice and slow, coming back to your side. Last one, reversing, coming back. Cat's having a great time. Rotating out to that sticky point. Keep reaching, 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 reaching. Good, then slowly coming back to the center. Shaking out those shoulders a little bit. Okay, so the next one we're going to use our towel or strap or broomstick, whatever you grab. So we're going to do some pass-throughs. So same position, feet are underneath your hips. You're going to stay nice and tall. Really think about engaging the car forward because we don't want to overarch or anything when we're doing this. You're going to make your hands nice and wide to start with. Okay, so as wide as your towel starts with, if you want to start there. And then from here, in that static position, we're going to keep our elbows straight, shoulders away from the ear. We come up and over our head, and then behind us to touch our lower back and our butt with our towel. Okay, and then back. What we want to do is we want to find a width with our hands that we feel a little stretch to the chest and the shoulders there, but that we don't have to bend our elbows to get to those ranges, okay? So widen your hands as far as you need to. If that's feeling good, then you can just inch your hands in a little bit and continue on with that back and forth. Again, nice and slow. We're not going fast here. We're paying attention that we're not coming through and arching our back as we come through. We want to stay nice and tall. We don't want to bring those shoulders up into our ears. We want to keep those down and relaxed. And just get a nice, gentle stretch and movement through the chest and the shoulders. I'm not sure if you guys can hear Murdoch meowing over there. He's telling everybody, good job. Keep it up. So if it's feeling a little more comfortable, and you can move your hands in a little bit more, feel free to do that. Like I said, just a gentle stretch. You don't want to force anything here. Back and forth. We're going to do 5 more. Nice and controlled. Check in with that core. Make sure we're not arching. Make sure you're not leaning your body. Just nice and tall. Shoulders are relaxed and away from the ears. Good, we got 2 more. This is one of my favorite things to do, especially for overhead movements. Good, last one to the front. Good. All right, so the next one we're going to do is more for the neck and the internal rotation of the shoulder. So you're going to bring one hand up and behind your back, okay, something that's relaxed. You're not feeling too much pressure there, so you can bring it down if it's too much, okay, so behind your back. Then you're going to bring your opposite ear to your shoulder, opposite shoulder, okay? So just internal rotation of this shoulder, and then we're just going to lean our head and our ear to that shoulder, okay? And then from here, we're going to rotate our chin down and think about touching the chin to the shoulder. Okay, paying attention that you're not rising up on this side. We want to keep that side nice and down and just feel a stretch through here, front of the shoulder, on the side of the neck. Okay, so chin to shoulder, and then slowly rotate ear to shoulder. Nice and gentle. Chin to shoulder. Good. Ear to shoulder. Chin to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Keep rotating back and forth, nice and slow. If you want to add some breath in this, just before you rotate, you're going to take a deep breath in, and then as you rotate to the new position, you're going to exhale as long as you can, just let it sit. Okay, and then again, before you rotate to the next one, you're going to inhale and then exhale as I bring my chin to my shoulder. Check in with this side, make sure you're not bringing that up, relax it, and keep going side to side. When you're breathing, try breathe into your belly, not into your chest. Again, not stress breathing, but belly breathing. Good. Let's do one more rotation wherever you're at. Good. Slowly bring your head nice and tall. Take your time and just walk your hand away. You might feel some pressure in that shoulder, so just take a second, roll it out. And then we'll go the opposite side, okay? So bring that hand up and around. And you might notice one shoulder is a little tighter than the other, okay? That is normal. We all have asymmetries. Okay, when you find that good position with your hand behind, then we're going to bring the ear to the opposite shoulder. Just relaxing, tilting the head to the side, feeling that stretch first. And then slowly we're going to rotate that chin to the chest or shoulder. And then exhaling, rotating back, ear to shoulder. Breathe in and rotate, chin to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Chin to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Chin to shoulder. A few more here. Ear to shoulder. Chin to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. Chin to shoulder. And last rotation. Ear to shoulder. And chin to shoulder. Good. Slowly bring your neck up. And then slowly walking your hand, arm out from the side. And just shaking it out a little bit. Okay? Next one we're going to go to is to open up the chest a little bit more on the front of the neck. So you'll need, or you may need, your towel again. So I'm going to show you with the towel and then I'll show you out. I'll probably be using my towel today because I'm a little tight in that area. So you're going to bring the towel behind you. Think about your fingers facing each other so they maybe could touch. If they could touch them, you might not need this, okay? Then from here, we're going to reach and press that towel down and away, opening up the chest and the shoulders, and then looking up to the ceiling, letting our head come back. Holding for just a second, and then slowly reversing and relaxing the shoulders forward. Okay, again, we're going to push down, bring our shoulders back, open up our chest, looking up to the ceiling, feeling that stretch to the front of the neck, and then slowly coming back. Good, so again, if your hands can touch each other, you can interlace your fingers behind you and do that same thing. So you're pushing down with the hands, opening up the chest and the shoulders, looking back. Maybe you're flexible enough that your hands can come away from your body. I am not. So I'm going to go back to my towel and then slowly reversing and coming back. Relaxing those shoulders forward. Breathe, pressing down. Shoulders back, looking up. Pay attention to your core as well. You don't want to overarch that back, so keep that core engaged. And then bring your head back down. Relax those shoulders. Oh, Mark came for moral support. Okay, again, pressing down with those arms. Shoulders are coming back. Keeping the core engaged so you're not arching that back. Looking up to the ceiling, letting your head lean back, stretching to the front of the neck. And then slowly reversing and coming back. Do a few more of these, guys. Get your grip again, push down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, opening up the chest. Looking up to the ceiling, let your head come back. Stretch to the front of the neck. And then slowly come back. Relaxing the shoulders. Again, pressing down, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest, looking up to the ceiling, looking back, stretching to the front of the neck. Open up. And then slowly coming back again. Now last one, pressing down, chest opens, core still engaged, sort of arching the back, looking up, looking back. Good, and slowly return. Release your grip or your hands on your towel. Set that to the side. Take a quick break, grab a drink if you'd like. So now we're going to come down to our mat. It's going to be a little bit of the hips as well, and then that upper back rotation. So you're going to place one foot down, or one knee down on the ground, so half kneeling position. Front leg is forward. You want to try to maintain, sorry, you guys can see all my hair here. Try to maintain that front shin is vertical. So hands are going to come down inside that front foot. If you want, you can elevate off of that knee for an increased active stretch, or you can come down onto your knee, whichever you prefer. So hips are going to go forward towards those hands first. And then you're going to open up and rotate towards the knee first with one hand, rotating your chest as you're reaching and looking towards that way, finding that end range, and then slowly coming back, placing that hand by your foot, rotating and opening the other direction. Try not to fall over. Looking up. As you can see, this way is not as flexible as my other way. Good, coming down. And you're going to grab that front toe, push your butt high in the air, and just try to straighten that front leg a little bit, just for the stretch to the back of the leg. Again, if you want, and you're elevated, you just come up to that back foot instead of the knee. Little stretch, and then hands come down, hips come forward. Got a good little helper here. Good, picking up that hand, rotating towards the knee, reaching up, looking up. Oh. Coming down, maybe you have a little extra weight from your furry friend, like Murr's doing for me. Rotating the other direction. Reaching, breathing. Good. Coming back down, grabbing that toe, and straightening that front leg. Good. Hands down again. Hips are going to come forward towards those hands first. Try to keep those hips forward. You can put the hands close to the knee. You're going to rotate and reach, turn that upper chest. Looking and rotating. Good. Putting that hand down by that foot. Rotating the other direction. Coming back down. Grabbing that toe. And straightening the front leg. If you guys are watching this, you can see how affectionate he is. He's the best. Good, we're going to do one more on this side. So hands down, hips are forward. So you feel the stretch of that bottom leg. Then pick up your hand closest to your knee and rotate. Turning that upper body as you rotate. You might feel a little increase in that stretch of that lower leg, the front of the leg. Good. Hands down, other hand down, rotating the other direction. Seeing if there's any more range there. Good, coming back down and straightening that front leg. Nice and slow. Last one here. Good, and back. Okay, we're going to slowly switch to the other side. See if I can grab a little bit of mat from her. Okay, so finding that half kneeling position, or if you want that more active, you can elevate to the back leg onto that toe. So hands are down first. Hips are forward towards those hands. So you feel a stretch of that front of that bottom leg. Picking up the hand closest to the knee, we're going to rotate and reach. Turning that chest. Nice and slow. Put that hand back down, rotating away from the knee. Reaching and rotating with your chest, not just your arm. Good. Coming back down. Grabbing your toe Straightening that front leg, pushing that butt high in the air. So you should feel that stretch to the back of the leg. And then hands down, hips forward, coming into that first stretch. Finding that end range for this hip. Then rotating and turning towards that knee. Good, placing the hand back down. Rotating the other way. Reaching up, reaching with the chest, looking with the eyes. Back down. Grabbing that toe, straightening that front leg just a little bit, might not be much, just so you feel a stretch to the back of that front leg. But 2 more, so hands down, hips forward, pushing those hips towards those hands, rotating towards the knee, rotating with that chest and reaching. Good, hand down, reach the other direction away from the knee. Finding your end range, seeing if there's a little more. Hands down, grab your toe, you're gonna straighten that front leg. Good. Last one on this side, hands down, hips forward towards those hands first, finding that end, and picking up the hand closest to the knee, rotating your chest towards that knee, reaching up and back. Good, come back down. Rotating the other direction. Thanks, Myrna. Good. Back down. Grab that toe. And straighten for the last time here. Awesome. Okay, again, grab a little drink if you'd like. Not sure if you guys can see how much hair I have on myself now that I'm back in camera. Okay, next what we're going to do is a cat-cow, so just mobilizing the spine a little bit. So from here, I'm going to be in tabletop position, so knees under hips, wrists under shoulders, nice flat back to start with, okay? We're going to start by arching our back. So you're going to push your belly button down into the ground, push out your butt, push out your chest, squeeze your shoulder blades back, and then eventually looking up to the ceiling. And then slowly, 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 we're going to reverse this. So bringing it vertebrae by vertebrae, reaching your belly to the ceiling this time, rounding your back, rounding your lower back and upper back, pushing against the floor, and then looking down. And if you have your cat with you, giving them a little kiss. And then very slowly returning to the arch. So belly button goes towards the floor. You're sticking out that butt and that chest, reaching the shoulders back. Slowly, eventually bring the head up and looking up. And then rotating nice and slow the other direction. Think about taking at least 5 seconds to transition from one to the next. Okay, slower if you can. We're going to rotate to the arch again. So belly button to the floor, arching your back, looking up for the last. And then rotating, belly button goes through the ceiling. You're going to push or get away from the floor with the shoulders, rounding as much as you can, looking down. A few more here. Going back to the arch like cow, looking up. On the last, belly button goes back to the ceiling, down to that cat. Cat-cow. Huh, I never even thought of that. Anywhere? Good. Last one here, rotating up to the ceiling, finding if there's any more end range there, shoulders back and down, reaching, and then belly button going to the ceiling for the last time, pushing away, rounding the back as much as we can, looking down, letting our head drop. And then slowly coming back to that tabletop. Okay, next one, we're going to stretch out the back of our shoulders a little bit. So you're going to be back into that tabletop. Back into that tabletop here. Okay, you're going to back up your knees a little bit, so your one hand's going to go forward, and then the other arm is going to go through and under. Okay, so you're going to think about, it's a little harder with the cat. You're going to think about putting your shoulders to the ground, your head to the ground, and twisting a little bit. You can bring this hand out to the side, just to stabilize you. So your butt stays high and you're just reaching, relaxing, okay? So just stretching behind those shoulders. If you find you can have a little more rotation, just walk your hand forward a little bit more. Think about looking through your side and looking up to the ceiling. Be gentle with yourself though. You don't have to force anything here. Find something you feel a little bit of a stretch. We're going to be here for a little bit of time, so be gentle on yourself. I want you to really start focusing on your breath here. Taking deep breaths into your belly as much as you can in this position. And then taking your time to exhale and relax into the stretch a little bit more. And then inhaling into that belly. And relaxing a little bit more. Exhaling. Inhale to the belly. Relax, exhale. See if you can relax this hand a lot that's on the ground. A couple more breaths here and then we'll switch sides. Last breath. Breathe into the belly. And out to relax. Okay, taking your time, you come back to that tabletop position. If you need a second here, take a second. Relax it out. And then we're going to go the other direction. So planting the other hand in that tabletop. Again, you can reach forward a little bit to give yourself a little bit more room for that arm to come through. Other arm reaches through that hole. Setting your shoulder on the ground, setting your head on the ground. Sticking that other hand that's on the ground. Wherever it's comfortable to steady yourself. Your butt stays high in the air. And you just find in some position that you feel a little stretch through that bottom hand, that shoulder. If you want some more, just reach your hand through. Looking up to the ceiling through that hole that you've created. And then once you find your position, not too strenuous, just nice and relaxed, start focusing on your breath. Breathing into the belly. And exhaling, relaxing into the stretch a little bit more. Breathing into the belly. And exhale, relax into the stretch. Into the belly. Exhale, relax. Breathing into the belly. Exhale, relax. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly bring yourself up. Again, if you need to take a second, shake yourself out. We got one more series here. So this one, we're going to keep our butt high. So in that tabletop position, the butt's going to stay over our knees. And then from here, we're going to reach our hands forward and let our head drop to the ground. Okay, you don't have to keep your arms straight and active. You can relax into the ground, but we want to keep our butt high. So we're stretching our chest and our shoulders more than back towards our hips. We'll get there. So once you find your comfortable position, again, you're going to start focusing on your breath there. Breathing in nice and slow to that belly. And then exhaling, relaxing deeper into that stretch. Inhale to that belly. Exhale, sinking deeper if it's there. Again, your hands can be straight and active if you want, or you can relax so your chest and your head are coming down to the mat. Keep up with that breath. We'll do a couple more here. Okay, after that last breath, then we're going to walk our hands from one side. It doesn't matter which side you go to. I'm going to go to my left first. So I'm just going to walk my hands over to the left for a bit, and then I'm going to get back down into that bottom position. So I should feel a little bit more of a stretch to my right side, my right shoulder. I'm just focusing on that breath again once I find that position. Into the belly. Exhale, sink deeper. Into the belly. Exhale, sink deeper. Last breath, into the belly. Exhale, sink deeper. Good, on this next inhale, you're going to walk your hands to the other side. So I'm going to go to my right now, and then sink in that same stretch. Getting a little bit more stretch with my left side now that I'm walking my hands to the right. And then taking 3 deep breaths here. Inhale to the belly. Exhale and relax. Inhale to the belly. Exhale, relax. Inhale, last one. And exhale. Walking your hands back to center. We're going to go back into child's pose for the last one, just for a few breaths. So you can widen your knees a little bit more if you like. You can bring them narrow. Feet should be together. You're going to push your butt back to your heels, and then let your chest and head relax onto the ground. Murdoch's helping. He knows my hips are a little tight, so he's giving me a little extra pressure there. Thanks, Murd. Taking a couple deep breaths here. Into that belly still. And then if you exhale, letting yourself sink even deeper. Inhale to the belly. Exhale. Inhale to the belly. Exhale, relax. Make sure you don't have any more tension in your shoulders. Last breath. Inhale to the belly. Exhale and sink. Feel free to stay here as long as you guys want. Maybe you want to turn around and lay in Shavasana for a little bit. Really take the time to stress, relax, before you have to get back to whatever life has for you today. So thanks for joining me. I really enjoyed this again today. My shoulders, my neck, they're feeling pretty good. Hopefully you guys feel good as well. If you have any suggestions or questions that you'd like to be for next week, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed Murdoch, the cat. He was quite involved in that last little part. We'll see who I have here next week. I have a few animals in this house. So have a great day. Tune in on Thursday is our next class at 5 o'clock. Shannon's gonna be doing a circuit training class. So interval training with different movements. It's gonna be super fun. So have a great rest of your week, and hopefully we'll see you back here on Thursday. Bye guys.